Please be ready for a dictation of Part 2 of the address by the President of India to the joint sitting of two houses of Parliament, New Delhi, January 29, 2021. 5 seconds. Start. During this period, India has demonstrated its scientific capabilities, technical expertise, and strength of its start-up ecosystem by developing a network of over 2,200 laboratories in a short time span, manufacturing thousands of ventilators, PPE kits, and test kits, thereby attaining self-reliance. It is a matter of immense pride that India is conducting the world's largest vaccination program. Both the vaccines rolled out under this program are produced indigenously. By making lakhs of corona vaccine doses available to several countries, India has fulfilled its obligation towards humanity in these times of difficulty. The accolades being showered on India globally for this work, along with the essence of our age-old cultural tradition of Sarve Santu Niramaya and endeavor to work for human welfare is imparting strength to our efforts. Honorable members, the gains from the work done by my government in the healthcare sector in the past 6 years were visible during the coronavirus pandemic. During these years, emphasis has been placed not only on modernizing the healthcare systems but also on prevention of diseases. Programs such as Rashtriya Poshan Abhiyan, Fit India Movement, and Khelo India Abhiyan have helped in creating awareness about health within the country. We have also witnessed the beneficial impact of the efforts made by my government to promote Ayurveda and yoga. As a result of the efforts of my government, the poor are now able to avail the benefits of healthcare facilities with ease, and their expenditure on treatment of diseases is progressively reducing. Under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, 1.5 crore poor people in the country have received free treatment of up to rupees 5 lakh. As a result, the poor have been able to save over rupees 30,000 crore. Today, benefits of Ayushman Bharat Yojana can be availed at more than 24,000 hospitals across the country. Similarly, under the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Yojana, the poor are getting medicines at extremely affordable rates from 7,000 Jan Aushadhi Kendras across the country. Lakhs of patients are purchasing medicines from these Kendras daily, and due to their reasonable prices are able to save rupees 3,600 crore annually. Honorable members, in order to develop healthcare facilities across the country, commensurate expansion in medical education is equally important. In 2014, there were only 387 medical colleges, but today there are 562 medical colleges in the country. In the last 6 years, there has been an increase of over 50,000 seats at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels in medical education. Under the Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Yojana, the government has also sanctioned 22 new AIIMS. The central government has laid the foundation for historic reforms in the field of medical education by establishing the National Medical Commission along with 4 autonomous boards. The decades-old Medical Council of India has been replaced with the National Medical Commission as a part of these reforms. Honorable members, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan is not just confined to manufacturing in India, but is also a campaign aimed at elevating the standard of living of every Indian as well as boosting the self-confidence of the country. Our goal of an Atmanirbhar Bharat will be further strengthened by self-reliance in agriculture. With this idea, the government has, over the last 6 years, attempted to bring positive transformation in the seed to market system so that Indian agriculture is modernized and also sees growth. In pursuance of these efforts, my government decided to implement the recommendations of the Swaminathan Committee report and increased the MSP to at least 1.5 times of the cost of production. Today, my government is not only purchasing record quantities at the MSP, but is also increasing the number of procurement centers. Widespread improvements are being brought in various sources of irrigation. Following the mantra of per drop more crop, the government is not only completing the pending irrigation projects, but is also delivering modern irrigation techniques to the farmers. In 2013-14, only 42 lakh hectares of land was under micro irrigation, whereas today more than 56 lakh hectares of land has been brought under micro irrigation. I am happy to say that through their hard work, our farmers are augmenting the efforts of the government. Today, the food grain availability in the country is at a record high. In 2008-9, the food grain production in the country was 234 million tons, whereas in 2019-20, the production has increased to 296 million tons. During the same period, the production of fruits and vegetables has also increased from 215 million tons to 320 million tons. I congratulate the farmers of the country for these achievements. Stop.